Greetings, everyone. Welcome to a Monday episode of VAYGRIM'S Chance. I've just been wandering around. I was doing some work last night on... Let me show you. I'll pop back up here. This is still acting up every once in a while. I have to grab a wrench and then pop up this section of conduit and that section of conduit and put it back down. And then the whole ME system starts working again. I'm not sure why, but... So our crafting cube up here, I don't know if you're starting to notice, but we are starting to get full. I might have to expand it. Whoops. Basically, if you look right here at this ME interface terminal, we can scroll all the way down, and I have a whole bunch of stuff from open computers. I have now one row left, less than one row, for recipes. I'm going to have to start expanding upon my crafting cube. It's really getting big. This system has been serving us well to actually save some power. This kicks off, which means it cuts power to the AE system when I'm offline. So all of the AE stuff stops working. Now this also means that this machine stops pulling out, these machines stop getting stuff pulled out of them. I went on a manual mining trip in the deep dark and got some stuff, and it was pretty productive. I went specifically for Yellorium just to kind of stock up. I do need to actually get the digital miner and run it in there again, and I might do that later in this episode, but for now I have some things. Open computers. Here we go. I have a wide array of things that I need to craft, and some things I've already crafted. There's a computer case. These are not terribly hard. We go in here. It's basically, it's iron ingot and iron bars, right? With a chest in the middle. You have these printed circuit boards, which is basically clay, a gold nugget, and some cactus green. You cook that in the oven, and you get circuit boards, one for one. And then these microchips are basically some iron nuggets and redstone with a transistor. That's just iron nuggets, gold nuggets, with paper and redstone. It's pretty basic stuff. There's just a lot of steps to it. Whoops. Let's go back to that open computers. I'm going to need a CPU. I have tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. Actually, you know what? Let me get the case real quick. I'm going to put this down. I'm going to right-click on it. And here we have open computers, right? If you hover over these different slots, suddenly there's stuff that highlights. So I could put a tier 1 redstone card there. I could put a tier 1 graphics card there. Oh gosh, I could do a network card there. Processor, hard drive, memory, all sorts of great stuff. Let's pick that back up. So yeah, I have all of these things put into the crafting system specifically for me to be able to use. Floppy disks. Now, I have already made 2 disks. There's one that's Open OS, which is basically a disk and a book. There's another one that is specific to my mod pack. Normally you have to find this as dungeon loot. This is OPPM, and we're going to go over this today. This is a floppy disk and an interweb, which is basically just string and an interpearl. It's pretty easy stuff. Now, I need to make a keyboard. It's in here somewhere. Let's craft a keyboard. It's going to make all the necessary parts, button groups, numeric keys, etc., etc. And there is a keyboard. I'm going to need, let's see. I've got all this memory. I actually want to do tier 1.5 memory. That's going to go through some steps and give me 2 of those. I'm going to need a graphics card. I'm just going to go tier 1 for now. I will upgrade this machine later. We're going to need a screen. You guessed it, tier 1. This is going to be the only thing not tier 1 about this. It's going to be tier 1.5 is the memory. And I'm doing that just because. I need a drive. I already have a tier 1 hard drive. And let me think. There is one other thing that I need. I think it's a Lua chip. It's a BIOS chip or something. EEPROM. Okay. I don't think I have one of those. EEPROM. I need to actually make one of those. And I... Whoops, no. EEPROMer. Do I really not have gold? Let's craft some random number that's going to give me at least, yeah, 18. No! That's not right. Let's erase those. I don't know why. Oh, I know why. I was setting up an actual test world. That's why I'm in creative mode. Silly me. Okay. Let's try that one more time. EEPROM. There we go. So I need to make... do at open computers. Somewhere down here, I'm going to have them make one of those. One of those. And then we can... oh yeah, that's used in the microchip. Silly me. Wait a minute, that's not right. That's right, there we go. So we're going to be making more of these in the future, I'm quite sure. I'm going to scroll all the way down to there. Now, I got to remember at open computers. There's a recipe. I need to turn this into a... oh gosh. This is the part I'm a little fuzzy on. I know I need to get this, and is it... nope. There we go, a book. I knew it wasn't, it was something not terribly hard. Let's just get one book. We're going to do an EEPROM and a book, and we're going to turn this into a Lua BIOS. Now I have a spot. Oh, wait a minute. No. I need big reactor computer port. I need a couple of reactor glass things. I'm also going to need cabling. Thank you very much for already making some. Tech Lab. 2 blinks over. I'm going to put that up there temporarily. So what I need to do, I'm going to get all of this. Whoops, took up part of the floor. Let's put those back. I keep forgetting there's no liquid in that anymore. We can put those redstone controls back up. In theory, we will not need them anymore. Now, I am going to need power for this. Let's see. I think these things share power, if I remember right. I'm going to put this right here. No. Conduits. Yep. I just need one. There we go. Perfect. So it's got power now. And then in theory, I can go 1, 2, 3. That connects to the actual computer port on the reactor. We put that away. So now's the fun part. And this is the great part about this. You just highlight and it goes in a specific spot. I'm going to actually... I think that'll count. I can't remember. We're going to have 1 hard drive. Graphics card. I still need 2 more things, and I realize one of them I don't actually have a crafting thing for. 1 open computers. I need a CPU. Thought I made one of those, but apparently I didn't. Crafting, and we need a drive. Let's see if we can do... Oh, wait a minute. Let's craft... I don't know. Some random number. 7, 8. Do some of these. I need to automate that, but I don't know how I'm going to do it. Drive. Oh, stick. Really? Craft. Some sticks, please. And I need a microchip. Just one of those. So many parts. Let's do that. Stick. One of those, and we have ourselves a drive bay. I'm going to put those up now. Oh, also, don't need those. 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 And I don't think I'm going to need those. We'll see, though. Okay. So, actually, I think... Let's put that there. And I think that's going to work. I think. I can't remember. That also means I can put you... No, not there. Right there. So basically, keyboard has to, I think, be touching the monitor in some way in order to be able to use the monitor. You just right-click on the monitor like this. Okay. So first thing I have to do, open OS. We put this in. Whoop. And it's starting. Hey, I'm happy. This makes me very, very happy. Open. Oh, I think it's just install, actually. I have one hard drive to choose from. I'll press 1. It's installing. We have this eensy-weensy little screen, but that's fine. It's going to install everything. This machine is going to be not very fast because we have a slower CPU. Do you want to reboot now? Yes, please. Okay. Now, I'm just going to hit escape. I'm going to pull out the OpenOS disk and put in the OPPM disk. Remember, this is just a blank disk, which is just one of the actual disk platters from hard drives. Some paper, a lever. It's real simple stuff. And then you combine it with an interweb. You can even see the disk sticking out. I love that. Whoops. Okay. OPPM install. It's going to ask an internet card to run. Oh, gosh. That's right. Hang on a sec. I keep forgetting steps. Hey, no. I want to go over there. Yeah, I'll worry about you later. That's right. I need an internet card. No, not an interneter. I need an internet card, which means a card base. Do I have any of those made? No. At Open Computers. I need a tier 2 microchip, a card base. Ooh, this is a... I don't know if this is a tier 2 card or not. Tell you what, hang on a sec. Okay, a tier 2 case. I already have... Nope. At Open Computers. Why did I do that? Let's get a tier 2 case, one of those. I'm gonna actually upgrade the case. That's fine though. And I'm gonna need one of those. I'm gonna need a card base. And one interweb, please. So now if I go up here and say internet. Hey, there we go. Okay. So basically there's different tiers of cards with unrecoverable, not enough energy. Oh yeah, the reactor is off right now. That is a problem. Okay, well, we're going to fix that soon anyway, hopefully. Yep, there we go. So, actually, if you notice, when you look at computers like this, there's an I there. Well, I'm going to get this and swap it out for that, a tier 2. If you notice, it's got suddenly a tier 2 slot. This can actually go in a tier 1. Can it go in a tier 1 slot? No, that can only go in a... So this can only go in a tier 2 slot. That's why I had to upgrade the case. That's fine, though. I can still put the tier 1 memory and all of that stuff in there. Lua BIOS goes in there. I'm going to turn this thing on. Okay, so now OPPM install. It should ask. Put it on number 1. That's the only thing we have in this computer. Yes, reboot now. Rebooting. So now I can take that out. It's not needed anymore. Which technically means I can actually detach this if I wanted to, but eh. So I think what we can do now, we right click, we're going to do OPPM list. It's going to check repositories, and then it's going to go over a big list of things that it found with the Open Programs Package Manager. That's what OPPM is. And it goes out onto the specific repository that's made for the mod for, I think this is Computronics, but I can't remember. Or it's just Open Computers. Anyway, it's made specifically for the OPPM program. And there's one right here. You notice, Big Reactors - Control. That is made by my friend Vexitos. And what we can do, PPM, and you just hit enter. It's going to tell us, well, there's all this stuff you can do. OPPM install, and we're going to do, whoops, 2 L's, Big Reactors - Control. So now, in theory, if we do Big Reactors - Control, there we go. It is actually going to be managing the reactor. Now, if we get up close to this, we can actually see less than 9% suddenly power generation kicks on. The reactor is being controlled. Now, we can actually watch this. I'm going to angle myself, and we're going to see this percentage go up step by step by step. This is how easy it is to get computer-controlled reactors. This is one of the reasons why I decided to really put in Open Computers and specifically Computronics. It makes stuff like this a lot easier. Now, this program is default set to turn on when your reactor gets below 10% and turn off when it gets above 90%. So the reactor will coast up to full. But you can actually change those variables. If you wanted to, you could do Big Reactors - Control space 0.15 and then 0. Let's say 85. So it'll kick on below 15% and stop above 85%. It's pretty easy. So we're at 82. You can look on the right-hand side and see 86, 87, and the reactor just flipped off. You can even see currently stored 9 million RF in the actual reactor, and it's actually coasting down. There's power being used. And we're actually pulling a considerable amount of power. I'm not real sure where all this power is going right now, but we are pulling a considerable amount of power at present. But this is our new reactor control system. Now, what I'm going to have to do is go through, oops, real quick, right-click the screen. I'm going to, whoops, if you hold down Control W, just for a second, it will shut down. And I need to basically add this. Actually, I'm going to run it again. But I need to add this to the startup, and I need to remember how to add that. I'm going to go ask my expert Vexatos real quick. I'll be right back. Hang on just a second. Okay, so here we are at our reactor program. It is running the reactor right now. I'm actually going to wait for it to stop. By the way, I made a decision. I had these things set to 50%, right? Because it cut down on fuel usage. The problem is I was cutting down on fuel usage. I was cutting my fuel usage in half, but running the reactor twice as much. So what I've decided was just to bump them up to 100%, and we'll just go searching for more Yellorium. It's okay. It's not that big a deal. So 95%. It is now running. So here's what I'm going to do. Whoops, wrong button. Control. Hold down Control W to stop it. Reactor shut down. So here we go. You go to CD space and then a slash. That takes you to the root directory, which I'm already in. Edit auto run .lua and hit enter. So what I did was I did these two lines. This is local shell equals require parentheses quotes shell quotes close parentheses and then shell dot execute and then big reactors dash control. What this means is it is going to require the shell to run big reactors control at startup. That's going to auto run. So you just hit Control S to save it, Control W to close it again. And if I go to the computer, turn it off, turn it back on, it is going to start up. And there's our reactor control. It's got current state of the reactor, how much power is stored, current percentage, and current production. I can also see right now that our AE system is eating a massive amount of power, as are our mechanism machines that are doing ore processing. So we're going through a lot of power right now, but this is our new controls. Because this persists through chunk unload, even though this chunk area is loaded, this persists through chunk unloads and reloads. It also means that if this actually ever crashes because of program problems or whatever, it will automatically boot back into the program once the machine restarts, which is good. It also means if at any point in time this loses power when it gets power back again, then we can actually, it'll auto start back up and auto go into reactor control. Now what we might consider doing, open computers, there is a thing called capacitor. And if you hold down left shift, stores energy for later use, can be used and filled and emptied very quickly. This is basically left menu. Yeah, this is basically, I think, a battery for open computer. So what I want to do, I'm curious to see. We don't need you. I can put these guys away. I'm going to put that tier 1 case away. And what I actually want to do is let's do open computers. And it was somewhere right around there. Got all these parts that I can go back through and make. Let's go capacitor. So now what I think we can actually do, go back to the tech lab. Ooh, that's bad. Let's put that power back. That does not interface. They don't talk. I'm going to have to do some research and figure out how I can get these to talk, but I figured I could put this down here and have power go into it for the sake of charging this up, but maybe it doesn't work that way. Maybe this thing is not meant to be an externally stored battery. So, for right now, let's see if we have, do we have a capacitor bank? Missing a, oh gosh, okay. Capacitor bank. I just need a normal one right now. That'll do just fine. Let's get that. Put that there. I think it's still getting power. It's filling up. I think the computer is only taking 1 RF per tick. I think that's why it's showing as 4999 instead of 5000. But I don't know. We'll see. This hasn't shut down yet, so I'm thinking, yeah, you notice 5000 RF stored. Okay, there it is. Wayla coming to the rescue again. So this is getting power from that. So this has a little bit of a buffer now that it can actually work with, just in case the reactor ever glitches out. The reactor is actually having a hard time keeping up with filling up that battery, I think. There we go. It's jumping up in bigger chunks. Now, I really need to look at upgrading this thing. 2, 3, 4. It is a 5 by 5 by 5 cube, and what I might do is just extend it upwards into the ceiling. Now that we actually have this system, I don't know if I'm going to be able to figure out how to program, but maybe if somebody else makes a program I could use, we could actually get this to talk to another computer in the lab and actually be in the workshop and actually be able to send out a signal to that other computer and maybe use linked cards or wireless cards where I'd be able to check status on the reactor over there as well. We'll see. But this is the beginning of something very, very cool. I'm very happy about being able to just walk up and see current control status. This is nice. I'm going to figure out this thing in the meantime. Vexitos is my open computers expert. So I'll go ask him and we'll see what we can do from there. Who knows? In future episodes, in near episodes, like in the near future, I would very much like to actually get into drones and robots and stuff. Buildcraft has some, but they're supposed to still be kind of buggy in our version. But there's also drones in and robots in open computers, and it's very, very cool. So yeah, that's going to be awesome. Thank you very much for swinging by on this Monday episode. It's kind of a high-tech episode. I hope we'll get into more computer stuff later. I will talk to you folks later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.